He wasn't the first and he wasn't the worst, but ask 10 people whom they consider the OG serial killer, and 9 will say Jack the Ripper. And just who was Jack the Ripper? We've been asking that for 135 years because the cops were never able to crack the case. But if you were with us last week, you know a historian thinks he may have done just that, cracked the case and solved it. Russell Edwards swears that the Ripper was 23-year-old Polish barber who happened to leave DNA at the murder scene. When I asked him just how certain he was that Jack the Ripper was Aaron Kosminski, he said 100% certain. It's a solid theory, it is, but other researchers have other names and other theories. And while the murder victims and the killer have ancestors that will help solve the forensics of this crime, the police who investigated it have ancestors too. And that brings me to my next guest. Sarah Bax Horton wrote the book One-Armed Jack, Uncovering the Real Jack the Ripper. She's the great-great-granddaughter of a London police officer who investigated the Ripper murders as they were happening. Sarah, thanks for being here. You say no, that it is absolutely not Aaron Kosminski. Why do you think so?
Thank you for inviting me. My prime suspect is East End cigar maker Chaim Hyams, who was aged 35 at the time of the murders, an alcoholic and epileptic. He was certified insane and twice detained for attacking his wife and mother. He matches the police profile and information from eyewitnesses about a man with a stiff left arm and peculiar gait. And in 2013 and 2015, the medical files were released from Colney Hatch Lunatic Asylum for the first time. And I researched those files and discovered that Chaim Hyams had the stiff left arm from a broken elbow that was referred to by eyewitnesses. And he also had a very unusual shuffling gait with bent knees and asymmetric foot dragging. And the records also showed when the start of his mental and physical decline was, which coincided with the Ripper murders. And in fact, they ended at his detention into a series of asylums. For the first time in history, Jack the Ripper can be identified as Chaim Hyams using distinctive physical characteristics.
So, look, I agree with you that good old-fashioned gumshoe detective work, the physical characteristics, the witnesses, all of that matters. But I also know that 21st century forensics and mitochondrial DNA, those are really good too. And it seems to be now sort of a battle of the descendants. Do you welcome a commission or some sort of a government inquisition, at least, into all of the different possibilities, and maybe even a crime-solving body that might be able to get to the bottom of this?
What I would really welcome is, I think, something less official. So I very much enjoyed and used the FBI profile of Jack the Ripper, which they did 100 years after the official police profile. So from 1888, and the FBI one was in 1988. And I would love to have a professional look at my prime suspect against the profiles.
I would love that too. I actually have to wrap it. But you know what? I would love that too. Let's continue this conversation. I've had breaking news, so I'm out of time, but I so appreciate this, Sarah Bax Horton. Her book is called One-Armed Jack, Uncovering the Real Jack the Ripper. So appreciate the conversation.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.